fourth posting party of 2026. My name is Joe Apfelbaum. I'm so excited that you guys are here. And the reason why we come together is because we want to build relationships with each other and get to know each other. And the fewer people we have here, the deeper we can go. But the more people we have, the wider we can go. We can expect to have at least 2, 3, 4 dozen people here 25 times a year. And today, hopefully all of you posted on LinkedIn. And if you did post on LinkedIn, we have a special place where you can share your post. And I'm going to show you where that is. I'm going to share my screen right now with all of you. And I'm going to go into our community. We have a community called our school community. It's the AI for LinkedIn community. It's the #1 LinkedIn community in school out of 100,000 communities. If we scroll down over here, there's a post called 4th Posting Party of 2026. As soon as you see it, go ahead and like the post. That's the first thing you should do, is like the post as soon as you see it, so that we know that you saw it. That's number one. The second thing you want to do is, once you like the post, scroll down and leave a comment with a link. Now, you want to leave something called a feed URL. You see the way Monsago left a URL that's not a feed URL? Monsago, you see that? So I want you to edit this by clicking on the 3 dots and pressing edit, and then put your feed URL. You might say, Joe, how do I put a feed URL? Same thing with Elizabeth. She did not include a feed URL. At least she removed her tracking, but I don't know if her tracking was actually removed, because when I hover over this, do you see on the bottom, it's showing me that the tracking is still there. Now, why are we removing tracking codes? Because this tracking code tells LinkedIn exactly who shared this link and where it was shared from. We want to not let LinkedIn know how this link was shared, because then they know what page it is and who shared it, and B. Randall did the same thing. You want to make sure that you're sharing a solid link that has no tracking. So go ahead and click on the 3 dots, because we don't all want to click on your link that's tracked, because then they'll know that you sent it to us, and then the AI knows exactly what's going on, and we don't want that to happen. So what we want to do is, instead, you want to provide a feed URL. So how do you get this feed URL? What you do is you use something called a URL cleaner. Do you see that? We have 2 of them. We have one on evyAI, but we have a new one on postreviewtool.com that we created this weekend. I sat down with Replit for 90 minutes, and I chatted with it. And I said, this is, the URL cleaner was down on Sunday. And I said, can you create for me this new version, but also that gives everybody a score on their post? So if you guys want to try to put your post in there to get a score, you can test it out. And I'll show you how it works if you want to see it. I just click on this right over here. I put in anybody's post here, and it'll clean it. So, for example, I'm going to go look for Monsago's post. You see this Monsago's post? I'm going to copy it. I'm going to put it into the post URL cleaner, the post URL analyzer. It's going to analyze it, and then once it's finished analyzing, which takes about 15 seconds or 10 seconds, then it does it, gives it a score, but it also, on the top corner, it'll give you the feed URL to, instead of having the long post URL with all the tracking. Over here it says copy feed URL on top. It also says copy feed URL over here, 2 places, on the top and on the side. And it says he got a 69 score because of the value of the content. It says the value is not right. The value is not as good as it could be. It also hashtag strategy, call to action, engagement potential. It kind of tells you what's wrong with it. It also gives you a bunch of topic ideas. And if you want a deep forensic analysis, you can click on deep forensic analysis. You have to wait a minute in order to do it, because if you do too many requests within a minute, I kind of limit it so that this way we don't have bots clicking on everything. But if I click, it says wait 39 seconds before trying again. Okay, I'll wait. But the bottom line is you can have a deep forensic analysis on posts, and that's very powerful. We also added something because Mike Larkin asked us to add something called a Score My Draft, where you put in a draft of your post, not a link, but a draft. I see Mike Larkin put a link to his post there instead of putting a draft in there. Put a draft of your post, not the link of your post, a draft, and then press Analyze My Draft, and it'll analyze your draft. Okay.
Joe, can you... sorry. Never mind. I'm going to ask you to make you co-host.
You want to make me co-host? Jen's the host.
Yeah.
Only Jen can make me co-host. Do you want me to remove the revoke Jen from being host?
No. It's fixed already. Everybody's
Okay.
from the
Okay.
team.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Anyway, I just want to let you guys know that look who's around the room. Take a moment and just let's acknowledge everyone around the room for a second. We got Howard, Arlene, Rick, Mindy. We got my team muting people that shouldn't be unmuted, right? Is that what my team's doing? We got Monsago, we got Philip, we got Jeff, we got Michael, Michaela. Good to see you, Michaela. I sent Michaela a message on LinkedIn and I invited her. Remember that, Michaela?
I do. Thank you. It's good to be here.
By the way, if I wouldn't have sent Michaela a message, would she have come today? If I didn't send her a DM, would she have known to come to this event? Tina, what do you think? Tina's sharing something over there, a gift. What are you sharing there, Tina?
I got a happy half-birthday postcard from Mike Larkin.
Wow.
Isn't that fun?
Is Mike even here right now? Could someone please call Mike and tell him to come? Who wants to text Mike?
Mike is here.
I'm here.
Oh, where is he? Oh, there he is. He's right next to you.
He's number 12.
He's number 12. He's right next to you, 12 and 13. Wow, that's so nice. But what I want to point out is that Michaela's going to get a lot of value from being here today because she now has 36 new friends she can network with, build relationships with, connect with, get engagement on her content with, and so on. But if I wouldn't have taken the time to invite her, she would have not have gotten the value. So I want to point out to everybody here that you all have the opportunity to invite people that are engaged LinkedIn creators to come to these types of events, not just my event, but there are other events that you're going to be going to in the next year. I'm going to be hosting 21 more of these in the coming year. And I want you to have the courage to invite people because it is vulnerable to reach out. You know, there is a certain level of vulnerability to reach out to people and invite them to something. So I want to encourage you and say, listen, have courage, invite people. You'll be doing them a favor. Just the invitation alone has value. I learned this at the third time I went to Landmark. I went to Landmark a bunch of times because I like going and watching people do personal development. I like watching people get coached because I learn a lot from that. And the third time I went, somebody's like, they asked the person, I was like, did you invite your mother? She's like, my mother's in Australia. She can't come. I was like, it is not upon you to decide who can come and who can't come to your wedding. It is upon you to invite the person, and they can decline if they can't teleport or if they can't figure out a way to get here. The invitation itself has value. And I was like, holy shit. The invitation itself has value. So if you want to add value to people's life and you have 1,000 connections, think about inviting them. Think about inviting them to things. It's one of the 5 I's that I teach in the feeding. When you're DMing people, there's greeting, feeding, and then meeting. People try to go straight to meeting. They try to go straight to making babies. First, greeting, feeding, and then meeting. So I want to encourage you guys to look around the room and say to yourself, wow, this is not about going viral. It's about going deep. And when you go deep with someone, you invite them to things. You invite them to your life, to your house, to Thanksgiving, or to a posting party. So if everyone's committed to inviting at least one person to the next posting party, just put a 1 in the chat. We're not looking for 1 million people here because otherwise we would not have a party. We would have a conference. You know what I mean? We're looking for one person that you can invite just to see what it feels like. Put a 1 in the chat. Also, let us know what city you're dialing in from. Right now I'm in New Jersey and there's a blizzard. Blizzard. Okay, I walked out. I put it on Instagram. I put the video of me walking down the street on Instagram. If you guys are curious to see what a blizzard looks like. I went for a walk with Basil the Samoyed. So I want you guys to put in where you're based right now, where you're at. Tina's there a blizzard? Are you city biking in the blizzard? I can picture you city biking on Sora in a blizzard. It's a good idea, though.
The city bike stations, by me at least, are closed.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, then you have to use Sora to make a video of you. By the way, that's a good idea because the blizzard videos are going viral right now. So I would tell everyone, get yourself a blizzard video of you in Florida experiencing a blizzard and then put it on. Say, oh my God, the snow came from New Jersey to Florida, and then make it and try to see what happens and have fun with it. And if you're not sure how to use Sora, we have a Sora boot camp where we taught how to use Sora for 4 hours, and we have hundreds of prompts and frameworks. And if you guys have watched the Sora boot camp, tell us what you thought about the boot camp in the chat. Okay, Howard, give us a 30-second intro, and then Arlene, and then Rick, and then Monsago. If you have your video off, we're probably not going to call on you, but you can put your stuff in the chat. Go ahead, Howard.
Yes, I'm Howard Gershman. I help people make and save money so they can get their financial act together, so they can live happily ever after and go wherever they want, whether they want to be in the blizzard where Joe and I are, or maybe in Florida where it's maybe not so blizzardy.
Not so blizzardy. Yeah. Is that a technical term, blizzardy?
Yeah, it's a meteorology term. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, Howard. Howard's an awesome guy. You guys should definitely connect with him. Check out his content. I want to show you something really quick here. If you go into anybody's posts, for example, you do an analysis of a post, and then you do a deep forensic analysis. It's still telling me to wait 10 seconds. I'm trying to see which one of my posts I actually did a deep forensic analysis. If I click on my own posts, let me see if I did one here. I did not. Okay. Let's see if I can do a deep one on this one. Okay, so now it's doing a deep one on Asian Jane's post over here. You're going to see what it's going to come up with, because I think this could be really helpful for you guys to do a deep forensic analysis on other people's posts to really understand why those posts went viral and what you can learn from those posts and possibly get additional hooks and additional information on those posts. So what this actually does is it gives a scorecard to every part of the post. It tells you the power move, the hook analysis, the CTA analysis, the voice, the engagement potential, the rhythm and readability of the post, the main points, observations, author optics, hashtag deep dive, what's working, what could be improved, keyword discoverability, and alternative hook ideas. So you can actually get hook ideas or alternative hook ideas where you can take an influencer's post that you really like, that went absolutely viral, and then just kind of change it to make it a curiosity, bold claim, story, data-driven, or pattern interrupt. And this is available right now totally for free, no login required. This is my gift to you guys for coming to the posting party. But I do have many other gifts. If you go into the actual post of the posting party, and I hope you guys can access this. If not, let us know, write pending in the chat. We have different resources. So number one is this tool, is resource 1. But we also have resource 2, which is an idea generator. We have resource 3, which is the bulk link opener. Has anybody here experienced the bulk link opener yet? If not, I'll show you how to use it in just a moment. Write an 8 if you've used it. Write a 1 if you have not used it yet in the chat. If you have not used the bulk link opener, Michaela has not used it yet. So I'm going to quickly show Michaela how it works. I'm going to click on the bulk link opener. And the bulk link opener is powerful. Someone please mute. So, the bulk link opener is powerful because I can go in here and I can just select all the links that are here, like Mindy's link, all the way down to Monsago's link, all the way down to Jeff's link, whatever, all the links and all the text. And then when I go in here and I paste it and I hit process, it actually gives me all the links right over here. You see that? They're all available right here. Now, all I have to do is press Alt-W and a link pops open. If I want to close it because I already commented, I press Control-W. And I press Alt-W and the next link opens. And I say I already commented, Control-W, Alt-W, and then the next one opens, and this one's my own post, so Control-W, Alt-W, and then I could just go through all 19 relatively quickly. If I want to leave a comment, I press Control-Alt-G, it writes a comment. Howard's insights remind us of the awareness. I'm just going to delete the first sentence, and I'm going to press comment because I like the rest of it. And then I press Control-W, and then Alt-W, but you guys get the idea, right? It makes it very, very easy to be able to leave comments. Now, you got to be careful. You don't want to leave comments too quickly because LinkedIn will get upset. If you do anything too quickly on LinkedIn, LinkedIn will get upset if you do anything too quickly. So you got to kind of slow down a little bit and take it easy and take a break. We do have something that will open the link every, let's say, minute or 2 minutes automatically here Instead of doing the Alt-W, you can say, okay, open it every 60 seconds and hit start timed opening, and it'll open them one at a time every 60 seconds for you. Okay? This is not automating anything other than just opening links for you. Do you get what I'm saying? This is not a Chrome extension. This is just a website where you can paste a bunch of links. It'll process them, and it'll save you a lot of time. And again, it's available for free as a gift for anybody that's here. By the way, if that was useful, write useful in the chat. Even if you've used it before and I showed you something, write useful in the chat. What is too quickly? What too quickly means you're leaving more than one comment every minute. If you're leaving more than one comment every minute, there's no way you could have read the post. That means there's some automation happening, or it's inauthentic, or something's going on. So if you're doing too much, you got to slow down. I would say aim for one comment every few minutes. You know what I mean? Just slow down a little bit. Maybe message the person. Maybe sip some water, have a latte. Stop being so ADD. Okay. Arlene, give me your 30-second intro. So good to see you here, Arlene. Arlene's coming on the cruise with me. We're going on a cruise for 8 days in January in the Bahamas. So if you guys want to come on that cruise, there's going to be 450 entrepreneurs there. Write cruise in the chat. There's only a few rooms left in the cruise for January of 2027, so there might be a blizzard then, but we're going to be on the cruise together. Go ahead, Arlene.
Great. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully I'll get a roommate with me, but for now it's just me. But anyway, I'm Arlene Torgerson. I'm co-founder of Antares Talent Solutions. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm an executive recruiter and a leadership coach who partners with founders and executives to build high-performance teams, navigate career transitions, and align talent with meaningful business growth. So our company helps leaders hire with clarity, build trust-driven teams, and grow with purpose. So happy to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Julie asked a question. Julie said, how do I get to the posting party page? I just searched for it on LinkedIn and opened a second iteration of the Zoom call. If you want to go to the place that the posting party is at, that's inside the school community. I'll post a link in the chat for you to click on. Okay, I just put it in there. This is the page that you go to, and that's where everybody's going in there and putting all their links at the bottom here. And this is where you go deeper with people. You get to know people. So, for example, if I want to see Arlene, she just posted, I'm going to give it her a like. I'm going to reply. I'm going to say, boom. You see that? And then I'm going to click on her post, and then I'm going to see what she posted about. So she posted 47 minutes ago. She said, AI is now a leadership requirement. I love that. Now I'm going to show you guys something that Rick was talking to me about. I don't know if Rick remembers, but this weekend, he asked me about something called the newsjacker. Okay, so there's something called a newsjacker. First of all, Rick just showed up on the feed. I might as well leave him a comment. Why not? This is from an hour ago. Rick, I see building relationships is a true gold medal. Love that. Okay, I'm going to tag Rick here. I'm going to press comment. Okay. Now you see, you see it says LinkedIn News here on the top right. Can you guys see that? So one of the influencers of the LinkedIn Influencer Summit, what he said was, somebody says, I keep getting this when I put my link into the new post review tool. Can you help? I can't help now, Judith, but come to office hours and we'll help you. Okay? Do you see it says LinkedIn News, top stories? If I click on this Chrome extension that I created and I click on extract news, it'll give me a list of all the news that's there in a way that I can download it as a TXT file. You see that? I download it as a TXT file. If I have this TXT file, I can show you what the TXT file looks like. You see that? If I have this TXT file, I can then put this into AI and tell me which of these are best for my business to share about so that I can get included in Google News. Because when you click on Google News over here, the editors are looking for content, and often they don't have enough content to share within the news, and you can see how many readers there are. There are often thousands and thousands of readers. You see there's 16,300 readers that are trying to read this news here, and the news is coming from company pages and from people, you see? So if they find your post, they will add it to this, and you're going to get possibly tens of thousands of people to see your stuff. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to go viral. Look, this person, Brian, was included in here, and he got 11 comments. You get what I'm saying? It's not like he's going to go absolutely viral for doing that. But it's good to notice what's trending and what's popular, because these pages also get monitored by Google. and it's linkedin.com/news/story. And then this news story, you might want to get included here because it's good. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I go in here and I go into the community, and I started doing this where I just literally just post the top stories. And then I just put in the date, 2-23-2026. Okay, so these are all the top stories. I'm going to go here and tag it as ideas. I'm going to put a GIF with a bunch of minions, and then I'm going to press post. Okay? So if you guys want to see this, you can get this. If you want the extension, just go into our classroom and then scroll down to the section called Beta LinkedIn Extensions, and we have the News Jacker extension there that you can install manually. Come to office hours if you need help with it. We have office hours in our calendar every day at 12 p.m. Do you see that? 12 p.m. We have office hours, and so on and so forth. And if you don't have access to it, you have to request access. It's private. Okay? Let me stop sharing my screen for a second. If you guys are getting value right now from this amazing session that we're having with dozens and dozens and dozens of people, just write value in the chat. I'm always curious to know who gets value. How can I find info on office hours? Judith, you go to strategy.evyai.com/office hours, and my team can let you in. strategy.evyai.com/office hours. It looks like we have one of the influencers from the Influencer Summit, Troy, here. Guys and gals, it's really great info. I have to jump in the car right now, parent stuff, but I will engage with everyone's post that engaged with me. Also, if this is recorded, send it to me. If anyone engages and comments on my posts, I will take time to engage with others. I'm already at the posting party page too. Okay, thank you, Troy, for saying that, and thank you for being here, if he's still here. If not, it was good to see you. Okay, Arlene, thank you. Rick, take it away. Give us your 30-second elevator pitch. So good to see you, Rick.
Yeah, you too, Joe. Thanks. Good morning, everybody. My name is Rick Clody, president of Clody Group based in Nashville, Tennessee, and I am passionate about helping business leaders gain an unfair advantage to win the war for talent without doing the heavy lifting. So we're based in Nashville. We help companies that are in need of new leadership find them, and we're doing a social proof party this afternoon. And Joe, I'm going to ask you now if Jen or someone can move it up an hour. We got a request over the last week to move it up from the 3 Central, 4 Eastern to 2 Eastern, 3 Eastern, 2 Central. Is that possible?
It definitely is possible. Jen, are you here?
I am, yes.
Jen, can you make that change and then email and letting them know that was done? And then
Okay.
Rick can just email the people that he knows usually come, and he could let them know that he moved it, and then move it for future events too, yes?
Yes, and what we cover in that session, Joe, is, Robert Cialdini's book called Influence talks about the 6 ways to have influence, and one of these 6 is social proof. So we talk about that today.
Amazing. Amazing. I love that. Should we do a selfie here? Yes? You guys up for a selfie? All right, that's a good idea. Jane's doing jazz hands. You guys want to do jazz hands? Do jazz hands. You ready? Get set. Amazing. I got the selfie. Now I'm going to take this selfie and I'm going to post it right in our community. I'll show you how I post it in our community. There's a tool I use called the snipping tool. And Lance, do you want to say something while I do this? Okay.
No, Joe, I was good. I was just playing jazz hands. Sorry.
Oh, nice.
My
Okay.
hand went up because it recorded the jazz hands.
Okay, I just going to write jazz hands here and paste the link to the jazz hands.
Joe, did I say today? I meant Wednesday.
Oh,
Social proof party is Wednesday it's now going to be 2 Central, 3 Eastern.
This is it right here. Social proof party with Rick. It's Wednesday, February 25th. It's going to be 3 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. And the Zoom link is right in the community, so you guys can go into school.com/evyai/calendar, scroll down to the 25th, and you'll see it right over there. Thank you so much, Rick. Now, if you guys click on leaderboard in our community, you'll see that Rick is the all-time #1 highest person in the leaderboard, the biggest contributor. And that is because when you go to Rick's profile, you'll notice that almost every single day, he goes ahead and does a lot of activities in the community. You can see he's doing a lot in the community and giving a lot back to the community. If you go to his profile and you click on these 2 little dots over here and you click on just posts, you'll be able to see all the posts that he's posted. You see that? So every time he posts, he gets points. And every time he comments and somebody likes his post, he gets points. And so those points equal him being on top of the community. So big props to Rick. Big props to Rick. And as a matter of fact, if I go to my profile, I look at my post of the day, I have a post here that's a LinkedIn poll. This poll over here, my goal is to get 100 people that are interested in being part of the Engaged LinkedIn Creators Directory. Engaged LinkedIn Creators Directory. That's a term that came to me, different than the Engaged LinkedIn Users Directory, because LinkedIn creators, I believe, are people that are more givers, that want to give, that want to create, that want to post, that want to make referrals, that want to network. Those are the creators of blessing, the creators of opportunity. So there's not going to be everybody being a engaged LinkedIn creators. Not everyone's going to want to comment and post. Some people just want to comment, or some people just want to post and they don't want to comment. And so I'm looking for 100 people that are willing to repost that poll, that are willing to DM me letting me know that they do it. Then there's like a little checklist that I put inside the name of the post. And Mindy messaged me today and said, Joe, am I first on the list? Because I did all 4 things on the list. And I was like, yes, Mindy, you are first on the list, Mindy. So I made a spreadsheet and I put Mindy on the top of the list and I put a number 1 next to her name. And Rick also did it, so thank you, Rick, and a bunch of other Tina. I saw Tina telling Mindy in the comments. Tina's like, "Yeah, Mindy, we'll give you first. We'll give you number 1," which was cute. But there's something called the Dunbar number. Have you guys ever read my book, High Energy Networking? If you haven't read my book, High Energy Networking, I highly recommend that you read it, because Robin Dunbar was an anthropologist who did research on human beings, many millions of human beings. They put data together, and they identified that the average person, not the networker, but the average human being can't really keep track of more than 150 people in their life at any given time. You can't keep track of more than 150 people. So I said, you know what? Why don't I create the 100 list? And this is something I thought about like over a decade ago, and every year I had the 100 list. What didn't make me think about this concept of who are the 100 people on LinkedIn that are my engaged LinkedIn creators? So I decided, after watching an episode of Succession, have you guys heard of Succession? It's a great show about billionaires doing all types of inappropriate things. Not like those, whatever. Anyway, it's a whole family going crazy. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole story. Anyway, so I'm watching it, and they wanted to start a new company to compete with their father, who was a billionaire, and they're billionaires too. And they decided they're going to call it the 100, and that reminded me of this concept called the 100. And so after I watched an episode of Succession, I decided I'm going to create this poll, and I'm going to see who wants to be in this engaged LinkedIn Creators Directory with people that are very engaged with me, engaged within the community, and that are givers and so on. And so I'm going to curate that list of people, and then we'll do some stuff around that as well. And I'm going to build a community using, build a directory using AI, and then I'm going to really fill that information about those people in a way that it ranks really well on Google. It helps them with their digital footprint, all that type of stuff. And so I'll help them be even more amplified as engaged LinkedIn creators. Okay, Mindy says, oh, love this group. Number 1, I got to go. Awesome day. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rick, for going. Rick, number 3. Who was number 4? Was Mindy number 4 and then she left? Yeah, she was number 4 and then she left. Okay. Monsago, number 5, give us your 30-second elevator pitch.
Yes, my name is Monsago Mukwa. Excuse me. Good morning. I work with small business owners, competent, the revenue solid on paper, but they have this persistent feeling of stagnation. Working harder doesn't really fix it. So I will help them regain clarity, redesign their business around what really drives revenue and the life that that business was meant to support. That's what I do.
Thank you, Monsago. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in evyAI. By the way, if you guys take a look at the post that I posted for the 4th posting party of 2023, you guys will notice that there are already 72 comments on here. And you'll notice all the people that commented. By the way, as soon as you see the post, give it a like as well. But if you scroll down through the post, you'll notice all the way on the bottom here, I put the jazz hands here for you guys. But in the body of the post, this is very important for everyone to watch. In the body of the post, I have resource 1, which is the URL cleaner and the post review tool. Resource 2, resource 3, which is the bulk link opener. And then somebody asked about office hours. That's resource 4. So we put it right here as a resource for you to grab so you can learn about office hours. Resource 5 is a webinar and a webinar replay that we have. Resource 6 is if you want to meet us one-on-one. If you need a demo of evyAI, that's resource 6. Resource 7 is the Influencer Summit. Now, we already did the Influencer Summit, so what I need to do is I need to edit this and put the Influencer Summit notes in here instead. So I'm going to teach you guys how to edit a post. You guys want to see how I edit this post? I click on the 3 dots. I click on Edit. And then I go get my template. You see I have a template with the Influencer Summit notes. And I'm going to scroll here. And instead of having the Influencer Summit, I'm going to just put in resource 7 is now, here are my notes for the Influencer Summit 2026. Please let me know if you found them valuable. You see that? I just changed it, and now I press save, and now you can go there and get the notes of resource number 7. Isn't that cool what I just did there? I put in the notes of the LinkedIn Influencer Summit 2026 very, very fast. We also have something called a prospecting bootcamp. If you want to learn how to prospect, we have 4 90-minute sessions teaching you how to get people on the phone and qualify them and then hopefully close them. That's called evyAI prospecting. So if you want to be part of that, we already sold out, but we do have an application process. Write prospecting in the chat, and we'll send you some details about it. If you're coming, write I'm coming in the chat. Okay. Philip Griffith, number 6, the photo guy. Philip, take it away.
So yes, I'm Philip Griffith, PSG Photo Solutions here in Central Ohio, but I work with people all over the country and all over the world. But I help families and small businesses use their photos to tell their story and make sure that they're going to last for generations. And Joe, you're in a blizzard. The last time there was a really, really big blizzard in the New York area, it destroyed homes and scattered photos all up and down the coast. And that's something that I help people prevent.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate you very much, Philip. Jeff 07, then Michaela 09, and then B Randall 10. Take it away, Jeff. Now, we're very good at reading lips, but we're not that good, Jeff. Jeff,
I have the AI
camera.
Saying it was whatever. Good morning, everybody. Jeff Garfield. I'm in a blizzard too, Southern Connecticut. I shoveled late last night and early this morning, and I'm going out again after. I'm focusing on group long-term care. My parents both passed in the last 4 years. I had a small benefits part of my financial consultant career, and a small business asked me for a group long-term care policy. Bottom line, 70% of us are going to need long-term care. The world's changing. Alzheimer's patients are living a lot longer. Everybody's living a lot longer, and it's not always comfortable. You need to plan. I need to educate everybody. I'm looking for businesses with 30 employees or more just to talk about their benefit and see if they have long-term care yet, because they're going too soon.
Amazing.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for sharing. Appreciate that. And thank you for being here. Michaela 09, and then B Randall 10, and then Nikki 11.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I'm in upstate New York. I actually missed the blizzard, so we usually don't, but we did this time. So I am a ghostwriter. So I primarily help people who have a spark and are looking to get major publishing deals. I've helped people get 6-figure deals. I've also helped people make their way to traditional or self-publishing. I also help people get Netflix deals if they want. So basically, I help people build their personal brands, usually starting with a book and then moving on from there.
Amazing. Thank you for being here. And who invited you to evyAI?
You did.
Guys, I'm going to share my screen. I just want to show you. I want to show you what DMs look like, just so you know what direct messages look like. So these are DMs over here. These are direct messages on LinkedIn. To send somebody a DM, it's really easy. You just have to click on this button over here, type in their name, and send it. But look how many DMs I send out. You want to see how many DMs I send out? I'm going to keep going and going and going and going and going and going. You see? I send out a lot of DMs. My goal is to send out 100 DMs every day. Now, I tell you, send out 10. Send out 10 DMs a day. But most people, they don't send out enough DMs. You're connected to people. You may as well send out a ton of DMs. Because if you're adding value to people, now there are 3 steps to sending DMs, and we teach that inside the Evergreen networking system. Does anyone know what the 3 steps, my signature 3 steps of actually getting people on the phone through the DM? Does anyone remember what it is? You can pop it in the chat if you want. And if you need access to the training, write training in the chat, and we'll send you some more details about how you can get access to our $10,000 training program. We actually don't charge. When people have the Bundle Plus, we don't charge people for the training. So if you are interested in getting training on how to do DMs correctly so that you don't get ignored, write training in the chat if you don't already have it. We'll be happy to send you details about that. But Fernando put it in there, and so did Rick. Greeting, feeding, and meeting. It's hard to remember, but it rhymes, so it makes it a little bit easier. An example of a greeting is like happy birthday. I didn't ask you for anything. I don't need anything from you. I'm just wishing you happy birthday, Michaela. So happy birthday, Michaela. Now you might say, Joe, it's not my birthday. I'll be like, I know it's not your birthday. But I still wish you happy birthday because eventually I'll be right at least once a year. They say a broken clock is right once a year. Once a day, right? Twice a day. Thank you. With that, V. Randall, take it away. Give us your 30-second elevator pitch. That's a good one.
I am the keymaster. Good morning, everybody. Randall Willis, founder of Right Angle. We work with business leaders who are not happy with the results of their sales and marketing initiatives to create much better engagement and opportunity. Just want to wish everybody a great day. Joe, it's great to see you. I hope everybody in the Northeast is surviving okay. And I look forward to seeing everybody again soon. And yes, Joe, I fixed my feed URL.
Oh, thank you for fixing it. I don't want LinkedIn spying on us. By the way,
yeah, no, I didn't realize I clicked the wrong.
By the way, if you take a look at B. Randall in our community, by the way, do you see the way that this over here, there's no picture on this person? Do you know why there's no picture on this person? Can anyone guess? No, because
they blocked you or you blocked them?
Because they blocked me. They blocked me or I blocked them, one or the others. Probably they blocked me. So I wrote, hey, they wrote, hi indeed. I said, any updates? And this was 2017. And they probably, either they blocked me or their account was canceled when they tried to log in. One of the two. But I can find out who this person is based on the DMs that we sent if you send out DMs that are relevant to who they are. So what I would suggest that you guys do is send things that are related to them. Send people things that are related to them and watch what happens. It's very, very powerful to understand who, what, when, where. If I look at August 20th, if I export my connections and I look around August 20th, probably when we connected, when I send them the hey, probably August 20th was the date that will have the person missing. But if I look at a previous version of my connections download, it'll show me who that was. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's interesting to keep track of your connections in a meaningful way so you understand who they are, but it's also interesting to send people information about themselves so that later, if you get blocked or their account gets canceled, you can still reach out to them and say, sorry, your account was canceled. Or you can look them up on LinkedIn to know who they were and see if their account was actually canceled. You get what I'm saying? So it's important for us to kind of understand how that works. So let's say, for example, Tom, like I see he sent me all this information over here, so it's more likely. Here's a question that I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, did you ever Google your name? And I'm going to put in quotes, Tom Marcooks. So now this is a little bit of a hack for me to ask them a question, to get them curious, but also for me to get the information about who they are into the DM. Do you guys understand? It's a feeding question about their identity. Looks like my Zoom video may have frozen. Can you get? I'm good. Okay, good. I'm seeing it as frozen on my computer, but I'm gonna. Okay, there you go. I just when it's maximized, it's frozen. Okay, Zoom's having a little bit of a heart attack on my computer. All right, Nikki. Oh, hang on a second. B. Randall, are you doing an event this week on Wednesday at 11 a.m.? Could you tell everyone about it real quick?
I appreciate it, Joe, and I welcome everybody to attend. 11 a.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, and our focus is on how it's marketing centric, and our goal is to help everybody increase their marketing expertise, certainly as it applies to using LinkedIn as the largest business networking community on planet Earth. It's great. It's a great discussion. Everybody adds value. We learn a lot of things from everybody, and I welcome everyone's participation.
All right. So who's coming to B. Randall's event? I'm curious to know who's coming to B. Randall's event. Rick is, Tina is, Barbara is, Evan is, Jane is, Marlene is, Philip is. Good job, guys. Good job. And show Sherry is as well. All right, great. All right, Nikki, give us your 30-second elevator pitch. And after Nikki goes Mike Larkin, and then Tina Larson, and then Barbara, and then Brett, and then Evan. Go ahead, Nikki.
Hello from New York City. I am loving the blizzard. My dog is probably the happiest. I'm Nikki Beauchamp. I am a broker with Sotheby's in New York City, and I primarily work with homeowners to help them sort of synthesize the market data so we can position their property well to sell. And with buyers, I help them navigate the maze of co-ops. And I'm just delighted to be here. It's nice to see you, Joe. I thought it was a perfect blizzard activity.
Amazing. Amazing. This is the perfect blizzard activity. And here's another thing you guys can do. I put a link in the chat to my recent activity on LinkedIn. There's a hack that if you go to somebody's LinkedIn Live and you try to comment on their LinkedIn Live, often it won't work. I don't know why. Sometimes the comments don't work. But if you go to the recent activity, not only could you comment on other people's LinkedIn Lives, but you can comment on your own LinkedIn Live. So I want everyone to go to my recent activity for just a moment, click on the link, test it out, and then write what you do for a living as a comment on the LinkedIn Live. And of course, give it a heart or something. And let's all see how easy it is to comment and watch the way I can reply to your comments on that LinkedIn Live while it's happening live now. Do you guys get what I'm saying? If you're doing LinkedIn Live and you want to reply to someone's comment while the live is, you cannot do that, period. You can't even comment on people's comments on LinkedIn Live while the live is happening or even after through the interface. The only way to do it is through the recent activity. It's one of my 99 LinkedIn hacks. So I want you to learn how to do that, to go to somebody's recent activity, go in there, leave a thoughtful comment with what you do for a living. Hopefully you have it as a template inside evyAI. And you can start with, I serve. So for example, for me, I'm going to say, I serve coaches, consultants, authors, and speakers that want more exposure and conversations on LinkedIn. I help them save time and make $100K a year. Boom. Extra, $100K extra in profit. Boom. Now, I can easily take that and save it as a template. So anytime someone tells me, share what you do, I can just share that through evyAI as a template. So I want you guys to think about templates that you can be saving into evyAI for yourself, related to what you do, who you help, how you help them, your competitive advantage, a link to your book. How many people here have written a book and published it on Amazon? Looks like Tina has, I have, Evan has, Colin Newbold, Sherry, a couple of people have, Monsago. If you have not yet written a book, there's never been an easier time to write a book by hiring Michaela or by working with a professional that can help you write a book. Now, I'm curious to know, in the Zoom chat, you guys could let me know, what topic would you want to write a book about? It could be 1, 2, or 3 words. For me, it's going to be high energy prompting. But Rhubarb, what's with the book? Rhubarb, is the book ready? High energy prompting, or is it almost ready?
Almost, like 90%.
90%. What are we going to do, Rhubarb, to finish the last 10%? What needs to happen? Do you need to review it with me? What's it waiting for?
Yes, a review with you and a final proofread by me.
Amazing. Thank you. So I'm about to publish a new book, and it's 90% done, says Rhubarb. I get help to do the things that I need to do. And I want you guys to get help as well. So Philip said photo estate. Sherry said inflammation. Kevin said, I have a how-to manual. Is that a book? If it's on Amazon and people can buy it, I would consider that a book. Now, Amazon has a new feature that allows you to have AI read your book on Audible. So I clicked the button and made all my books available on Audible instantly. And people are buying my books on Audible now, even though I didn't read it. It's AI read, which is interesting. All right. Thank you, Nikki. Mike Larkin, give us your 30-second elevator pitch. Then Tina, then Barbara, then Brett, then Evan, then Lance, then Marlene. Go ahead, Mike Larkin, unmute yourself if you dare. If you dare to unmute yourself.
If I dare to unmute myself. Well, I'm a multi-channel marketer. I've got 45 years of dipping my toe into everything from direct mail to data brokering, to billboards, to yellow page ads, everything. I mean, I understand what's going on. And what I wanted to do was invite everybody to a seminar that I'm having, and I just put it in the chat, on the power of automated direct mail. And this is exactly what you saw with Tina. Thank you for the shout out, Tina. She got her half birthday card, and that builds relationships very quickly. It's amazing. You can actually automate your birthday cards to be printed up, personalized. With the birthday, I send out a gourmet brownie. People love it, and then I time it 180 days later, and I send out a little postcard saying happy half birthday. And I get more reactions to the half birthday than I do on the first one.
Love it.
Even with the brownie. But that's what I do. So I would love to see more people there at the seminar, webinar. Just click on there and you can sign up.
That gave me an idea to wish people a happy half birthday on LinkedIn. That's not a bad idea. I'm gonna think about it. Rhubarb, remind me about that later, because I want to be able to implement that into evyAI. When evyAI knows somebody's birthday, we can have a little notification that pops up. It's their half birthday, and this way we can send them a DM like that. All right, Tina Larson, take it away.
Thank you, Joe. Hi, everyone. I'm Tina Larson. I'm in New York City. I help New York City co-op and condo boards operate their building like a business. So we're consultants, implementers, and therapists.
Consultants, implementers, and therapists. If you know somebody that lives in New York City, just write NYC in the chat if you know someone that lives in New York City, because everybody should know somebody that lives in New York City, because Tina wants to meet people that are on boards in co-ops and condos in New York City. So if you know someone that owns a co-op or a condo, or you know someone that's a real estate agent, someone that owns a property management firm, those are the people that Tina needs to meet. So think about that. Connect with her. Tina's a great connector. She's part of many networking groups, and she's been a great referral partner for me, a great affiliate, a great friend. So highly recommend you connecting with her. She's definitely in my 100, on the top of the 100 with Mindy. So thank you for being in the 100, Tina, and thank you for being a great friend and a great connector. Okay, Barbara, 14, then Brett, 16, then Evan, 17. Go ahead, Barbara.
Thank you, Joe. It's a pleasure being here. As always, I love this community because of the community you've built, the people. I mean, we come for the technology, we stay for the people. I'm Barbara Harrington. I'm the founder of Barbara Harrington Coacher and the creator of the Brave Framework. I work with accomplished women leaders in STEM who are done guessing themselves so they can step into roles and opportunities they've earned. Who do you know?
Amazing. Thank you for being here. Awesome, awesome. I want everybody to think about their goals for LinkedIn for the next year. What is your goal for LinkedIn? If you don't have your goals set, come to office hours today. We're going to help you, give you some resources on how to set your goals. But in terms of like thinking about your goals, if you don't write down your goals, you're not likely to achieve your goals. And I think Colin is here somewhere. I thought Colin was here. Maybe he's not here. I thought I saw him here earlier. Is Colin? Oh, there he is. Colin number 15. Colin, do you want to say hello to everyone briefly? Colin came out with something called Dream Sheet, and he posted about it in our community. Do you want to spend 30 seconds just telling everybody about it?
Thank you so much, Joe. I'm Colin Newbold. I'm in West Sussex in the UK. I've developed an additional use case for evyAI called Dream Sheet AI, and it helps clients to bring about, make happen, affect change. So this works for really any serious or important goal in the client's personal and or professional life. And I'd love to demo this because it's a goal party for LinkedIn. So if you'll let me, Joe.
Oh, well, I don't know that we have time to demo it right here, right now, because we still have a bunch of people that want to do their elevator pitch. But if anybody wants to see a demo of this, just write dream in the chat. Write dream in the chat. And this way, we'll have a dedicated time for you to be able to invite our community members to a demo where you can sit down, take the time. Nobody feels rushed. Nobody feels like they missed out doing an elevator pitch or whatever. And then look how many people are interested in demoing with you and connecting with you. So that would, and as a matter of fact, because you're such a leader and because you're so important in our community, Colin, what I would love to consider doing is having a regular event where you talk about goal setting within our community and you feature Dream Sheet and you help people with their goals. If anybody would like Colin to host a regular goal event in our community, write goal in the chat. And let's encourage Colin to step up as one of the leaders like Evan did. Evan did this several years ago. Thank you, Colin. Evan did, and every Tuesday at 5 p.m., Evan meets with many dozens of people within our community because as we're growing to 1,000 engaged LinkedIn users, we need more leaders to step up in the community and basically run events and do stuff for the people because I can only do so much. You know, I could run 50, 60, 100 events, but if there's 1,000 people, we're going to need many more leaders in the community. So thank you, Colin, for stepping up. And Evan, thank you for stepping up. Evan, take it away. Give us your 30-second elevator pitch and then tell us about your Tuesday night.
Well, first I want to thank you. Joe called me out of the blue a week or two ago because I gave him the telephone number in one of these wonderful meetings and just called to say hi. And I was like, great. He says, what do you need? I said, I need this. And he referred me somebody who I'm meeting with today. You solved a huge problem for me, Joe. That's just how Joe is. Just a great guy. Thank you so much. That's why I'm grateful to be part of this community. I'm Evan Messman. I serve executives in burnout who've climbed the ladder to success and left their health on the bottom rung because they thought they had to. And I help them take them back up to the top of the rung before they fall off the ladder altogether. I am a leadership coach disguised as a nutritionist because we all make decisions every day based on our eating. And that's what I help people do. One moment at a time, one choice at a time. Get back to where you're actually creating momentum with your health and your leadership.
Love that. And I love the way you wrote Momentum at the end of your name. That was very cute. Very thoughtful and very cute. Thank you for that. Lance, take it away. You're next on the little video screen in front of me. So you may as well unmute yourself and introduce yourself, Lance.
Hey, Joe, thanks for that. I'm a recruiter up in Toronto, Canada. I work with clients right across North America. Like some of the other folks on this call, I've had a background in sales and marketing and PR and all sorts of stuff. So kind of media publishing is where I came up. I'm also working a bit with Joe's sales team on some cool new efforts. So that's fun to be part of that. Yeah, lots of new learning, lots of cool stuff. And I love being here. I think many of you know that I'm on about 5 or 6 school communities through different networking groups. This one blows them all out of the water, like 25 times over. People are more engaged, more enthusiastic, more offering to help, volunteering themselves for all sorts of stuff, including Rick Clody on Saturday offered at least an hour of his time. And then Joe jumped in, and it was just like a fire hose of information. You know, all these guys are really keen on what's happening out there, new tools, new tech. So I just, if I'm a sponge, I'm full of water. I can't soak it up fast enough. So I love being here. Thanks, Joe, for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you. Quick backstory. Lance and I had a conversation, and Lance is like, listen, Joe, if you want me to talk to your prospects, I'm happy to help you close deals. Obviously, we're going to pay him commission if they close because we have to scale back our advertising because we have more people reaching out than we can possibly handle. And so we're looking for high-ticket closers, people that can speak to people, let them know about evyAI and close deals. And so Lance decided, you know what, let me go onto some of these meetings and talk to people, because right now, as we're talking, there's 3 people that want to talk to me right now. You know what I mean? So there's like an endless amount of people. When you know how to book meetings, when you know how to do prospecting, you can get an unlimited amount of people that would talk to you and want to learn about your business. So, we're looking for more people. If you know somebody who's a high ticket closer, who knows how to be able to not take no for an answer and really be in service for people and help people out, let me know who they are. Happy to talk to them. Speaking of that, Zach's another high ticket closer. Zach Love, do you want to say hello, introduce yourself to everyone?
Yes, hello everybody. My name is Zach. Recently joined the evyAI team. I couldn't be more excited to be here. Absolutely love being part of this community and learning something new every single day. My 30-second elevator pitch is that I work with employers to help reduce health cost volatility by tightening the financial architecture. So pretty much I help big time businesses and employees save money in their healthcare plans.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Zach. Brett, unmute yourself and introduce yourself. Brett, number 16, take it away.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm having to read mine, and I'm asking for the community to help me with my introduction, so I'd appreciate it. Brett Boggs, Vitality Intelligence Consultant. Let me ask you a question. Would you run your company on gut feelings alone? Of course you wouldn't. Dashboards, data, strategy guide your every decision. Yet most of us manage our most important asset, our wellness, with zero data until something goes wrong. And here's the thing. By the time you feel symptoms, your body has already been compensating for months and sometimes years. Symptoms are a lagging indicator. I provide the data inside your body before the symptoms so you can confirm what you're sensing, catching what's quietly building, and have the most options while you still do. Because feeling fine isn't the same as being optimized.
Awesome. Thank you. The only thing I would add is like a call to action at some point and keep it just a little bit shorter so people can pay more attention. Whenever I like doing 30-second elevator pitches, I want people to just want to leave people wanting more. And also just being yourself. People want to get to know your personality and they want to build a relationship with you before they buy something from you. So those are 2 things I would just say. More personality, shorter, and a call to action. But guys, definitely reach out to Brett and give him feedback. Brett is an awesome dude. He wants to help. He wants to jump in. So if you haven't set up a one-on-one yet with Brett, reach out to him. Brett, put your calendar link in the chat so everyone can find you, connect with you, and build a relationship with you. Jane is hosting an event today at 1 p.m. Jane, do you want to go next? And then Marlene? Take it away, Jane. Tell us about your event.
Good morning, everybody. Yes, today at 1 p.m. Eastern Time is the Mindful Commenting Party. Come join us. I'm Jane Lehman. I protect and empower small business owners by opening up the door to the legal system, to let them talk to lawyers whenever they need them. Who do you know that is looking to do a trademark? We do those at no cost for our members under certain memberships. Who do you know that needs contracts reviewed or isn't quite sure where to turn? So that's when you come to me so I can provide you with information. Jane Lehman with Legal Shield. You worry less and live more.
Amazing. Thank you. And Marlene, 20, take it away. 30-second elevator pitch.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Marlene Seiden from Metro Atlanta with Service Quality Solutions. I'm the principal consultant, and I improve patient experiences by making it easier for medical professionals to provide great care. Thanks,
Awesome.
Joe.
Thank you for being here. Sandra, 19. Take it away, Sandra. Good to see you here.
Well, it's good to be here always. Thank you, Joe. I learned a lot from you over the last 5 years. So, woo-hoo. All right. So I am Sandra Connor, and I help the people who do the boring professions, the attorneys, the CPAs, the fractional C-level people, to convey what they really do so they can get clients without having to earn an MBA in marketing.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Darren Cherry, take it away, Darren.
Thanks, Joe. Darren Cherry, part owner of Focus CFO. We're the largest fractional CFO firm in North America. We work with business owners with revenues under 50 million. They come to us when they're unhealthy, when they're growing like crazy and the wheels are falling off the cart, or when they just want to make sure their business is ready to exit. Again, Darren Cherry, Focus CFO.
Amazing. Thank you for being here. I want everyone just to take a moment and write down the number 1 keyword you want to rank for inside ChatGPT in the chat. what's the number one keyword you want to mention? Go ahead and put that in the chat. If you can, if you're not driving, put in the number one keyword you want to rank for. Sherry, take it away. And then Michael, and then Kevin. Go ahead, Sherry. Oh, you want us to come back to you? Okay.
Hey, Sherry.
Now, yeah, we got it. We got it. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Sherry Mills, based in Pompano Beach, Florida, and I'm a functional nutrition specialist. And I work with midlifers who are dealing with chronic fatigue, inflammation, pain, or reoccurring illness, especially when they've tried everything and still don't feel like themselves. I help uncover root causes, create practical, personalized nutrition and lifestyle strategies so they can restore energy, clarity, and confidence in their bodies again. Let's connect.
Amazing. Thank you for being here. Michael Yalone, 22. Take it away.
Cheers, man. Thanks, Joe. I think I met you, quote unquote, yesterday via the feed, and I'm glad that I did. So thanks for hosting this. And yeah, so Michael Yalone here. If you can tell, I'm a little bit different. I'm wearing a uniform. I'm in the military, specifically the Navy. What I do is, I'm the national director for the physician and provider recruiting team. So the Navy, if you didn't know, provides all medical from family care to like combat type of stuff for the Navy and the Marine Corps. So we have a very large footprint. And the Navy didn't have a specialized team. And so I stood that team up last year. And so I kind of like got lucky to be able to have like a quote unquote startup experience without the backing of having the bootstrap and all those things. And so that's what I do. And on the side, I've got a startup with a couple of my teammates right now doing something very similar. And we're hoping to scale as I have a little bit left in the Navy before I retire. So if you're in the healthcare space, or you're high energy, or you want to connect, or you whatever the case is, I'm like, I love LinkedIn. This platform, if you're intentional about it, is incredible. The things you can do. And anyway, so that's all I got. Appreciate you guys.
I love that. By the way, one of the things that I love to do is intentional connecting and building relationships. So if you're serious about building real relationships, drop your cell phone number in the chat. I just put mine in the chat. This is my real cell phone number. A lot of people hide and they don't put their cell phone number out there. I like doing that. I like putting it front and center at my about section on LinkedIn. I want people to call me. I want people to build a relationship with me. And so, I have 50,000 followers on LinkedIn. People are like, you're nuts that you put your cell phone number there. I'm like, yeah, if I want crazy results, you got to be a little nuts. Thank you, Evan. And thank you, Michael. And thank you for your service. People are saying thank you for your service. So thank you for your service. Awesome.
Thank you for your support.
Kevin, take it away, Kevin. And then Joe Mitchell. And then Eugene, the branding machine. Go ahead, Kevin.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead. Take it away.
Excellent. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Hello. Nice to see you all. Have you ever seen the TV shows on HGTV where they buy a house and they flip it? Right. So I'm involved in that industry. I finance those guys. I give them the money to do that. And so I have the largest group on LinkedIn for our topic. We have about 14,000 members. It's called Hard Money Private Money Commercial Mortgage Network. Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Awesome job. All right, Joe Mitchell, you want to mute yourself and do your 30-second elevator pitch, and then Eugene, the branding machine?
Hi, Coach Joe Mitchell. I'm a high-performance coach, and I help mid-career attorneys in big firms to advance their careers and maintain sustained high performance without the burnout, the exhaustion, and the overwhelm.
Amazing. And I watch Joe Mitchell on TikTok. Is anybody here on TikTok? Does anyone have a TikTok? If you guys have a TikTok and you're on TikTok, put your TikTok in the chat so that we can all TikTok each other. And go follow Joe on TikTok. He's very famous on TikTok. He gets hundreds and hundreds of views on every single video. I just posted a video of myself in the blizzard on TikTok. So if you guys want to see it, if you want to see it, go like and comment on it. I'd love to see you guys like and comment on my TikTok. Eugene, the branding machine, was so kind that I hired him to make me some shirts, and those shirts got me a lot of exposure. So thank you, Eugene, for making me those beautiful evyAI purple shirts. I really appreciate that. That was very helpful. A lot of my videos now have me walking around with shirts at conferences, so thank you for that. Eugene, take it away.
My pleasure. Well, I'm Eugene, the promotion machine, all things branded merchandise and custom apparel. And we do a lot of golf tournaments. So if you have someone that's putting a golf tournament, I put in a planner in the post today. They can check it out, how to get sponsorship, how to make money in a golf tournament. So if you know someone's putting a golf tournament, share my post. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. LinkedIn could be very, very vast, could be very, very big. And sometimes it's really hard to get noticed. But if your goal is not to go viral and your goal is to build real, authentic relationships with people, then it's not about trying to get into the feed and trying to be number one and trying to get millions of views. But instead, it's about paying attention and having a strategy. I believe that the right strategy will save you a decade. Most people are spraying and praying. And if you're hoping for the best, hope is a great thing. It's just not a strategy. A strategy means you have the right plan, you know who the right people are, and you know what to say that's the right promise. The plan, the people, and the promise. Those are the 3 Ps that will help you be able to get profit in your business. Then once you have the plan, the people, and the promise, then what you need is you need to tell stories, because stories sell. Features tell, but stories sell, because when I tell you a story, you don't feel like I'm judging you. I'm just telling you a story. I'm really giving you a lesson, but your nervous system allows you to receive that lesson without feeling judged. We teach people how to tell stories. We teach you how to come up with your promise using AI. We help you be able to identify the right people, and we help you come up with your business plan, your marketing plan, and your LinkedIn plan. So if you need a strategy, just write "need a strategy" in the chat, and we'll give you access to our $10,000 training program, and we don't really charge anything for it if you buy the Bundle Plus, which is our technology. We include a $10,000 worth of training to help you be able to have a strategy. So write "need a strategy" if you need a strategy. The other thing I want you to consider is your profile. Your LinkedIn profile is your face on the internet, because when people Google your name often, your LinkedIn profile will be number 1. There are 22 different elements that go into making your LinkedIn profile amazing. Part of that is making sure you have a photo, a background photo, a great headline, an about section, and recommendations. If you need a recommendation, Rick is hosting a party at 3 p.m. on Wednesday teaching you how to get recommendations. So just write "need a recommendation." We'll be more than happy to help you be able to get recommendations. I have over 520 written recommendations from my clients on my profile. I don't think I've ever seen anybody else. There was only one other person on the internet that I found that had more than 500 recommendations on their profile, and he had over 1,000. So my goal is to get over 1,000. I'm going to get there. So if you haven't yet left me a recommendation and you'd like to leave me one, I'm looking for 1 recommendation in February and 1 recommendation in March. So let me know if you want to leave me 1 in recommendation. In February, just write Feb. If you want to leave me 1 in March, write March. Here's my thought. Oh, Jane wants to say something. Go ahead, Jane.
Quick question. How often can we leave a recommendation, or how far in between can we leave a second recommendation?
You can leave them as often as you like, but you can only leave 1 per role. So, for example, I have a role as CEO of evyAI. I have a role of LinkedIn trainer. I have a role of Ajax Union CEO, marketing agency CEO. I have a role of LinkedIn specialist at Evergreen Networking. So I recommend you don't have to leave 1,000 for a person, but if you left them 1 recently, you don't have to. You could leave them 1 when they change their role. You could leave them another 1 about their role. So that's the idea. The other thing I want to encourage you guys to do is to create a company page on LinkedIn. Company pages are great because company pages allow you to like and comment on your own posts from the company page. So if you want 10 likes on your post, and branding makes a difference, when you see a post that has 10 likes, it makes a difference than if it has no likes. No one really goes in to see who liked the post. They just see, wow, this post had 10 likes versus no likes. So a lot of influencers, what they're doing is they're creating 10 LinkedIn company pages, and then every time they post, they like it 10 times from their own company pages. Do you get what I'm saying? And I can teach you guys how to do it. If you want to see it right now, I can share my screen and just show you how to be able to create a company page. I'll show you where to go. Are you guys curious? Write company in the chat if you're curious. Colin says, you're due a recommendation from me. 1 for each role I see you playing. Thank you. You're very kind. Okay. Eugene said, please, I'm going to share my screen and quickly show you how to create a company page. It's very simple. I showed this on Rick's party, but I'm going to show you real quick. If you click on For Business on the top right, and then you scroll down and you click on Create a Company Page over here, you just fill in the name of the company. You click on the type of page you want to create. You fill in the name of the company, and then you press create, and the company page is created. So for example, if I want to leave a comment for Jane, I can select my company, for example, Ajax Union, and then I could just comment as Ajax Union, and I can say, boom, Jane. You see that? And Ajax Union just commented on Jane's post. If I want to comment on my own posts, I can click on me. I can click on posts and activity. And then for each post that I have here, I can switch to my company page. So for example, I can switch to evyAI, and I can give myself a light bulb, which makes me have 3 different colors in the likes here. You see that? And if I want to reply with a post about something, I can insert a template right within from evyAI into LinkedIn. You see evyAI just commented on Joe's LinkedIn Live here. Can you guys see that? If I want to switch company pages to, let's say, Santa, LinkedIn Santa, and I can say, ho, 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 enjoy the blizzard. Okay, so Santa just commented on Joe's post. He said, ho, 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 enjoy the blizzard. Can you guys see that? Can you see the way Santa commented on Joe's post? So now Joe's getting more and more likes and more comments from his company pages, which is powerful. So I do recommend that you guys check it out and look into that strategy. evyAI has something called the 99 LinkedIn hacks. If you haven't seen the 99 LinkedIn hacks, we have a few hacks available on 99hacks.club. And these are 1-minute videos that are easy to follow. Liking and commenting from a company page is one of the 99 LinkedIn hacks. Okay, any other questions, comments, concerns? Yeah, but what? Let me see where the share screen. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a sec. Anything you guys are thinking about that you need help with? If you need help with using evyAI, we have office hours where we meet every single day, twice a day for an hour each time at 12 p.m. and at 7 p.m. Eastern, where we help you use evyAI more effectively. If you need help getting clients, the most important thing that you need to do is get conversations with people that are in the position to buy from you. That's the most important thing. And the easiest way to do that is have conversations with people that can refer you to people that are in the position to buy things from you. So if I speak to Eugene and I say, hey, Eugene, do you know anyone that has more than 10,000 LinkedIn connections and posts daily? Eugene might say, yeah, Sally. I say, could you introduce me to Sally? And all of a sudden, Eugene introduces me to Sally. There's an 80% chance that Sally will want to get on the phone with me. And I will borrow Eugene's trust to be able to then qualify Sally and be able to help close the deal. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people are not taking the time to actually build real relationships with their connections. They're trying to sell them stuff. Selling doesn't work at a networking event. Sure, I'm going to be teaching you prospecting methodologies, and we have many dozens of people that we're going to be teaching in March how to do prospecting online. And there are many ways to do prospecting. There's cold email prospecting, there's calling, there's texting, there's WhatsApping, there's using scripts. There's many different ways, and I can show you right now if you want to see an example of me just hopping on the phone with somebody from LinkedIn. I've done that many times. Just hop on the phone with somebody. But I take a relationship-based approach, and I don't offer anything to anyone unless they beg me for it, unless they tell me they need it, unless they say it's a good idea. Because you can only sell someone who perceives that you have value to add to them. If no one perceives you as valuable, and the people that you speak to don't perceive you as valuable, why would they give you money? Even if they're giving you charity, they still think that charity is valuable. They're getting something out of it. Most people are not leading with value. Would you say that I added value on this call today? Would you say that I'm constantly adding value on LinkedIn? There's a woman that sent me a message on LinkedIn over the weekend, and she said, Joe, your content is more valuable than a university degree. That's what she told me. She's like, just even one of your newsletters, you blow my mind. The amount of value that I get just from reading your newsletters, like there's a rabbit hole of information I can go through. You're like an encyclopedia of information. I want to download the information that I know into 1,000 people. That's what I want to do. I want 1,000 people like Rick and Arlene and Howard and Mike and Darren. I want people like Colin and Joe, Philip and Brett and Eugene to be able to just download everything I have so that you can go live the life of your dream, so that you can make an extra $100,000 a year in profit no matter what's going on in your life, even if there's a blizzard outside. LinkedIn is the world's largest professional social network. And if you're not sure how to leverage it, you're in a good place, because I'm here to teach you how to use it. I'm here to show you the way on how to network, how to prospect, how to market yourself. Those are three separate things. You guys understand the difference between those three levers? Lever number one is networking. You don't have to spend any money to do networking. That's the easiest lever to get in the door. If I introduce Joe Mitchell to a lawyer, that cost Joe Mitchell nothing. And he had a conversation, it cost him nothing, and he has the ultimate trust because I introduced him to the lawyer. That's an ultimate lever. That's a lever number one. But that lever can only get you so far. Why? Because that lever is based on how many relationships you can have. And if you're limited to just 100, 200, 300, 1,000 relationships, you can't grow your business to millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars doing that. How do I know? Is because I had to use the three levers of both networking, prospecting, and marketing to be able to do all three. Now, the reason I choose lever number two, prospecting before marketing, is because if you don't know how to close deals, if you don't know how to qualify people, you can do all the marketing in the world, get all the people on the phone in the world. But if you don't know how to prospect properly, if you don't know how to turn a prospect into a qualified client, into a closed deal, then you can do all the marketing you want in the world. You're not going to close deals. So learning prospecting is extremely important. Understanding how to qualify people once you get them on the phone is a need that my clients have. And that's why for the first time, we're offering the Prospecting Bootcamp. And it's happening in March. It's 4 90-minute sessions. It's sold out completely. But if you go to evyai.com/prospecting, you can fill out a form over there and then apply. And if it makes sense and we happen to have room, we'll let you in. And we'll give you a discount on it. It's 4 90-minute classes. We teach you how to do things like Sales Navigator. We teach you how to do all types of interesting things like cold email. I have a system that I built that automatically finds prospects with AI every single day and emails them every day. So every day I get prospects being found and emailed by itself on autopilot. Are people automatically responding to those emails? No, not all the time, but sometimes yes. But why not set a system that automatically emails people and finds the people too? You get what I'm saying? It's part of what we're going to be teaching. We're going to teach you how to find phone numbers. We're going to teach you how to call people and not be weird. How to use a script. How to get on the phone with weirdos without you being weird and them being the weirdo. And how to be able to have the beliefs that you need in order to properly qualify. Have you guys heard of BANT, B-A-N-T? We're going to teach you the concept of budget, authority, need, time frame. We're going to teach you how to ask the right questions to identify if there's an opportunity without sounding like you're selling anything. How to get the person to really want to buy from you without you having to offer them anything. If I go over to somebody on LinkedIn and I say, hey, are you having trouble leaving comments? Because I notice you haven't really been leaving comments. They're like, oh my God, it's so hard to leave a comment. I'd love to show you how I leave comments. Would you be open to seeing how I leave 100 comments a day sometimes? What, 100 comments? How's that even possible? Well, I'll show you how you can leave 10 comments in under 10 minutes, and then you can tell me if it's easy or not, and it won't cost you a dime. And they're like, oh my God, I can't wait. And they get on the phone with me because they're interested in leaving comments. They just don't have the time to do it. If I find somebody that hasn't posted and I send them a message and say, oh my God, you have so many followers. I noticed you haven't been posting. Is it because you don't have time or you don't want to post? I don't have time to post. What if I wrote your next year's worth of posts in a quick 15-minute call? Would you be open to that? What? That's ridiculous. Of course I'd be open to that. Do you get what I'm saying? That's powerful prospecting because I'm not selling anything. I'm qualifying. And once I qualify, I could identify, are they willing to pay $29? Are they willing to pay $29,000? Are they willing to pay $290,000? Like, what are they capable of? How much can I add value to them? And then the third lever is marketing. Marketing is about creating awareness. I do marketing. If you want to get to a $10 million business, if you want to break the $1 million mark, chances are you're going to need some marketing. You're going to need good branding. You're going to need good assets. You're going to need a good website. You're going to need a good funnel. That's what marketing is. I wrote a book called High Energy Marketing, teaching you how to build a funnel. The problem is people with no money start marketing, and then they fail and they feel like they got burnt because they never did networking and they never did prospecting. And they went straight to marketing because marketing just feels good. I want inbound marketing. I want inbound marketing. Do you get what I'm saying? Inbound marketing without networking and prospecting is going to get you low-quality clients that you're not going to be able to close because you don't have the skills, and you're not going to get an ROI on your marketing. And that's why most people are living paycheck to paycheck, because they're trying to get out the easy way. Networking requires a lot of personal development, probably the most personal development, more than prospecting and networking. You want to know why? Because the real you has to show up. You really have to be trustworthy to network. This is why I fell in love with networking, because for me, it's like, you have to really know me. You have to know my insecurities. You have to know, like, if I'm really a good guy, if you can really trust me, if you could let me into your network. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to be real when you're networking. When I was with Joe Mitchell on the boat, I was real with him. I was straight up with him. I had to have personal development to be real with him. Because if I was just prospecting and trying to sell him something, like most people are, where they're just blasting, I wouldn't have gotten through to him. We wouldn't have built this deep, meaningful relationship. And he's a monk. He knows. He's got junk in the trunk. Just kidding. He's a monk. He was a lawyer turned monk, turned coach. Amazing. And we built this deep relationship. What I realized is I was afraid of building friendships. I didn't know, but learning how to network properly, which most people don't know how to do, because most people are afraid of public speaking. Did you know that most people in the world would rather be in the casket than give a eulogy at a funeral? Did you guys know that? So I want you guys just to think about that for just a moment. And if you want more of this, we have plenty of more happening. We have a posting party happening every 2 weeks that I'm hosting, but then Barbara hosts one every Friday at 11. So you guys can join Barbara's posting party every Friday at 11. I wish I had the bandwidth to do this every single day, but I have so many things going on in my life that I'm doing this 25 times a year, which I think is good. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here. Thank you for blessing me with this beautiful, beautiful event. You guys are the reason I'm doing this. I just met with one of our clients, and she's like, Joe, if you have a couple $100,000, you don't need to be doing any of this stuff, because I can show you how to make $500,000 a year. I was like, dude, I'm not doing this just for the money. Sure, the money's good. I'm not doing this just for the money. I'm changing people's lives. I'm changing people. If I spend an hour with you and I said something that helped you be able to move your soul's journey a little bit further, that's everything to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Money is important. The more value I add to you, the more money I make. The more value you add to the community, the more money you make. Think about that. Think about the amount of value you're adding. You know how many introductions I make every single year? I make 1,000 a year. That's my goal. My goal is to make 1,000 introductions every single year. That's 3 a day on average. Ask yourself the following question. Are you a conduit of blessing, and are you connecting other people with each other? If you are not adding value to people's lives, start doing it today. And the more conversations you have, the more opportunity you have to add more value. The more conversations you have with people, and when I do these events and we have dozens of people here, I'm actually having a conversation with each one of you at the same time. But then I go have one-on-ones with people and build relationships and do research and take my time to actually read things and connect with people and get to know them. So I'm building this 100 list, and I encourage every single one of you to build your 100 list. Start with your top 10. Who are your top 10 engaged LinkedIn creators? Who are your top 10 networkers? By the way, if you have 10, say I have 10. If you need 10, say I need 10 in the chat. Who are your top 10 engaged LinkedIn creators? And do you have a list inside evyAI called Top 10? And every month, do you look at that list and message those top 10 and comment on their posts? Do you pay attention to your top 10? If you don't have your top 10, add me to your top 10. Then you only need 9 left. Add Rick to your top 10. You only need 8 left. Add Arlene to your top 10. You only need 7 left. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get my point? The people that are still here now, the people that are leaning into it, the people that are excited, the people that you have rapport with, the people that you share values with. If you came to the Goal Setting Masterclass, we talk about creating words that represent what you value most in life. Do you guys remember this? The words, what you value most in life. What are those words? Do you guys know your values? If you don't know your values, I highly recommend you create words, a minimum of 3, maximum of 5. Some people write 15 values is too much. I say max 5, 3 to 5 values. Mine are very clear: creativity, curiosity, and levity. Those are 3 words that represent, I don't say trust. Trust is like a permission to play. You have to have trust. You have to have integrity. You know what I mean? Integrity is like if you're a bank, you say integrity. Everyone needs to have integrity. What makes you stand out? What are your values? So for me, if I can't be creative, if I can't be curious, if I can't have fun, if I can't have a little levity in my life, I don't want to do it. You get what I'm saying? I want to tickle the pickle, and I want the pickle to laugh. I want to tickle the pickle, and I want the pickle to laugh. And if it doesn't laugh, I'm going to get curious, and I'm going to get creative. You get what I'm saying? If I have pain in my life, I get curious. I get creative. I have levity. If I have pleasure in my life, I get creative. I get curious. I have levity. Whether I'm going through pain or whether I'm going through pleasure, if I'm bored, I have create. So those are the 3 words I chose. What are your words? And if you're not sure how to choose your words, we have a values exercise inside the Goal Setting Masterclass. Write goals, and we'll give you a discount on the class, and you'll be able to watch it. We did it twice this year, and you get the replays of both. Write goals in the chat. If you don't already have it, we'll send you a link. We'll give you a discount. We have frameworks. We have an AI that we created that you can create with your information, with all your information that we kind of pull out of you. So put goals in the chat, and we'll send you the link to register for the Goal Setting Masterclass that we did twice this year. And this way you can get access to it. But, if you're not making money today, if you look back at your year so far and you didn't make money, the number one thing I want to tell you is look at your offer. Look at your offer. We did a class on how to come up with a good offer. We're going to do an offer lab again. And then we're going to do it again and again and again because I want to drill this into you. Thank you, Sherry. Good to see you. I want to drill this into you. If you don't have a solid offer, it's going to be very, very, very difficult for you to make money. My offer is for $29, I will write unlimited posts for you for a year. I will give you unlimited comments, unlimited messages. That's a pretty compelling offer. For $29, I'll also teach you how to use LinkedIn 101. So write 101 in the chat if you want my LinkedIn 101 class for the $29 offer to be able to learn LinkedIn. Now, most of you are already clients, so I'm talking to the wall right here, right? I'm talking to you because you are an affiliate. You can be an affiliate. But if you're not already a client, or if you don't have an offer, build your offer today. Get your offer today. Get your offer rolling. Now, I also have a $30,000 offer. I also have a $180,000 offer. I also have $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 or $5,000. I have so many different offers. But you want to pick your go-to offer. You want to pick your go-to offer. What is your go-to offer? It should be a very, very easy to get to that go-to offer. I'm going to show you what one of my offers look like real quick. You go to app.evyai.com/premium monthly. This is a $29 offer right here. This is pro monthly. I'm going to do premium monthly. Premium monthly. Okay, this is it. Juan put it in. Do you see it says $29 right over here? It's a simple $29 offer. Gives you unlimited content, 1,000 saved profiles, 1,000 templates, blah, 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 whatever. It gives you our LinkedIn 101 course, a learning center, monthly premium classes. It doesn't give you strategy. It doesn't give you our Engaged Thought Leader community. It doesn't give you Sales Navigator training. It doesn't give you AI research. It doesn't give you a ton of things. But it gives you enough that it's well worth more than $29, correct? Well more than worth than that. So my question to you is, if you don't have $1,000 offer right now, if you can't make $1,000 a year off someone, it's a big problem. You're not going to be able to make $100,000 a year if you can't make $1,000 a year off someone and you have 100 clients. That's the calculation. Okay, it looks like my team is telling me that I have another call. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Boom.